Hi, this is my learning summary video essay. I learned about the male gaze, and in a world dominated by gender inequality, the pleasure of looking is divided into two, the active male and the passive female. The assertive male gaze projects his fantasies onto the female figure typified according to its needs. In a higher sense, the male-dominated cinematic fantasy also appears as a representation of power. He shifts this viewing behind the screen. Women are constantly being watched and evaluated under the hegemony of patriarchal discourse. How to construct themselves independently is the issue we most need to discuss. Watching allows women to construct themselves only by watching, so they wear makeup, wear high heels, and have breast implants. To a certain extent, the freedom to act according to one's own wishes is lost. Women's consciousness keeps fading. They lose their own perspective and only look at themselves from the perspective of men. The male perspective starts from the interests of men and is supported by the patriarchal structure of society. Women cannot independently observe society and examine themselves from their own perspective. He can only use a man's gaze to observe himself and position himself. This is why women love to look in the mirror and are more narcissistic than men. Secondly, I learned about the democracy. Democracy is not just the free speech of the people. Free speech is the basis of democracy, but it's wrong to think that it is democracy if everyone only expresses their own views. The larger the number of members of a society, the harder it's for the opinions of individual members to be heeded. Moreover, for human social issues such as democracy, politics, economy, and military affairs, the more complex the theory is, the more difficult it's to operate in reality, and the more impossible it's to realize. And how to effectively express everyone's views and opinions is the key to democracy. The purpose of democracy is to protect the rights and freedoms of every citizen. Democracy is a method and a system. No one can protect the rights and freedoms of the people. Only the people can protect the rights and freedoms of people. Democracy is only a mechanism and a tool to protect people, and the people must raise their awareness of the protection of their own rights and freedoms. Thirdly, I learned about observation and hands-on ability. Because I learned a lot about reflection, learning to look at my surroundings and the social media content from a different perspective, learning to capture things around me with the camera, and learning to use screen time to count my daily life, learn to watch articles and videos to reflect on the time spent on social media. At the same time, my hands-on ability has also increased because I made many collage and sculptures by myself.